The objective is to change women's relationships with their bodies so that upcoming generations of children can focus their energy on changing the world instead of changing their bodies. The amount of energy and time that but the people that came before us have spent on just trying to constantly change their bodies to look a certain way so they fit in with a certain type of people that they didn't even like. Imagine what they could have fucking accomplished. The amount of money that was spent to make that happen instead of building businesses or dreams or traveling and exploring and learning about other people. What we learn is represented in terms of what we already know. So if we think about when we were children, all the things we learned. This is what we know about body image. And then we're looking around, we are like, well, this is what my body is, but this is what I'm being told to. So I'm comparing this to this. And if this doesn't fit what this is saying I should be, then something must be wrong. I must be wrong. My body is wrong. And we internalize it that way. So we want to that's why it's important to go back to the beginnings and understand what thoughts do we have that weren't even ours to begin with, so that we can decide that I don't want that thought anymore. So we can shift the thought to be something we want it to be instead of what it always has been. But I truly believe our bodies are just the tangible representation of what we make ourselves to be. So you know all your shit. See, like when you look at somebody else, you're like, oh my God, you're beautiful. Because all you know about them is their good stuff, because you're all relatively good people, I think, for the most part. Like you have good intentions. You're like, oh my God, you're beautiful. And so you see the beauty because their physical representation is that of something that is beautiful as a person. But when it comes to us, we know all our shit that even people don't know. We know all our shame, all of our guilt, all of the trauma, all of the things that we hold inside, all the bad mistakes, all these things. And so when we look at our physical form, we say, ooh, that represents all that shitty stuff. And so then our body becomes bad. But it's not our body, it's all that shitty stuff that we need to work through. The way we refer to our bodies or bodies in general continues to perpetuate stereotypes, ideals, belief systems, and contributes to the biases that we have. Again, we talked about those neural pathways. Every time somebody says something, we're like, etch. It just etches it in and keeps that good and bad binary of bodies together. And like, no, I'm super body positive and super fat positive, and I just love bodies of all kinds. But you realize that actually underneath it all, there is a little bit of a layer that's like, no you don't. But it doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means we have to undo the conditioning that we've learned. Right? And one way we do that is by showing bodies looking like bodies. We keep looking for somebody else to go first. Why aren't we the ones going first? Nobody else owes you to be your like pivotal icon. Nobody owes that to you, but we feel entitled to it. We feel entitled to have that representation, right, on an individual level. So we also have to take a step back and say like, no, nobody owes that to me. I have to work on why I'm looking for that in somebody else instead of just appreciating it in myself first. But it's really hard to do that. As we talked about, representation does help, but we can't put that responsibility on other people. That's just not fair. Right? Because again, we can't control other people, we can only control ourselves. Your body will adapt with you. You just have to give it a chance. Instead of saying, when my body is here, then I'll do the thing, say, why don't I try it with my body and see what happens? Say this with me. My body is worthy regardless of what I eat, how much